Nice to see you guys. I'm going to tell you about Tinka's zinc discovery. It's was made 3 or 4 years ago now, and it's very shortly going to be the largest zinc resource in a non-producing junior. So it's a significant project, and I'm here to tell you all about it. The current resource is 42 million tonnes at 7.3% zinc equivalent. We've drilled 20,000 metres this year, and that resource is shortly going to get upgraded or updated within the next couple of weeks. There's also a tin deposit immediately adjacent and underneath the zinc, and it's not too shabby either at 10 million tonnes at 0.7% tin. As I mentioned, Tinka discovered this project back in 2013, 2014, and we own the asset 100%, located in Peru, about 300 kilometres north of Lima. The market cap of the company is around 95 million. We closed yesterday at 36 Canadian cents, so 95 Canadian. We're listed on the TSX and also in Lima, the Bolsa Valores de Lima. And we get pretty good liquidity. We're trading around 300,000-400,000 shares a day. And cash, we have around $13 million Canadian as of the end of September. We've paid all the drilling invoices for the year, so I think we're in a pretty good shape for cash. We don't need to raise any more cash for the next 12 or 18 months. And so we're in pretty good shape there. We've got a growing number of analysts, institutional analysts covering us, particularly out of Canada. And we have some very long supporting institutional shareholders. Since 2014, Sentient Group got involved. They own 25% of us at the private equity group out of Australia. The World Bank got involved in 2015, the IFC got 12%. Some other institutions, including JP Morgan and others, so we're around 58% institutional with 42% retail. Why zinc? Well, there's definitely a disconnect between zinc prices and zinc inventories, and zinc inventories continue to drop. We're at a 10-year low currently. It doesn't seem to be ending, and at some point the world is going to wake up and realise, gee, there's really not that much zinc out there. Mine grades have been falling, very few new mines starting up, and certainly no big ones. Zinc price is currently around $1.20, and it's quite volatile at the minute. It was $1.60 not that long ago, as low as $1.05. So there's no new supply arriving, and it doesn't look like it's arriving anytime soon. Zinc is an important metal in the industrial space for galvanizing, and recently there's at least one company that's using zinc for commercializing zinc air batteries, which is quite an interesting angle for zinc down the road. Very Peruvian focused company. I'm a Kiwi living in Sydney these days. I'm the only expat in the company. The rest of the team are down in Peru. We do have an office in Vancouver with the CFO and the corporate secretary there, and an IR guy in Toronto. So the balls are getting bigger as you go to the right, so it's the size of the resource on the x-axis and the amount of zinc in the ground on the y-axis. The little red balls were 2015, 2016, 2017, the existing resource, and the box there is the upcoming resource that we expect to announce sometime in the next couple of weeks. So it will be one of the largest, if not the largest, zinc resource in a junior. We're located in Central Peru, surrounded by a number of other zinc mines, and only 350 odd kilometres north of Lima. Peru is a mining country, has been and will continue to be for a long time a mining country. Oh, excuse me. This is a map of Central Peru showing all those mines. We're only 15 kilometres from the closest mine. Very good infrastructure, major roads that run right past the project, a railhead 40 kilometres from the project. And in this part of Peru you get lots of rain. So there's rain basically 6 months of the year. I'm just struggling with my voice now. a refinery just outside of Lima, so excellent infrastructure. This is the existing resource, the blue polygons, the yellow lines and what have you, and the red holes with 2018 drill holes, not incorporated in the resource. Excuse me. The highest grade part of the resource is at west and south. I'm going to show you a cross section through the deposit from bottom left to top right, and shows you why the deposit was not discovered. It's completely buried underneath a thin ledge of sandstone, and the host is the blue rock, which is a limestone. The red and green and blue colours there show the grade of zinc, and you can see the south zone and also the west zone is similar. The thickest, highest grade and shallowest part of the deposit. It's about 200 metres thick there, so that's like an 80-storey skyscraper. So it is quite a significant deposit in terms of size. There's also the tin resource, which I didn't mention earlier on. The tin is shown in yellow. Someone's going to save me with a glass of water. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you. Scale-wise, it's about a kilometre and a half across, and still open at depth and to the right-hand side. All sulfide mineralisation, coarse-grained sphalerite. This is an example of a 10-metre, 44% zinc intersection we had in June of this year. Quite spectacular stuff. And the metallurgy works very good. We get extremely good flotation, and it's extremely high recoveries in the 95% plus recoveries. Concentrate grade we expect in the low 50s. And we also get a strong indium credit. This is probably one of the world's largest indium deposits. Indium is used in mobile phones. It's a transparent metal, so it's used in the high-tech industry. We would also produce a silver lead con, be producing 2 concentrates, 3 if we can mine the tin as well. We've been working for 10 years now with the communities. It's very much, we see it as a win-win. The IFC have helped us a lot with the community strategies. Excuse me. Struggling. Sorry about that. And so long-term relationships going forward. Valuation and Catalyst, we're valued at 1 cent per pound in the ground, and that's about to go down because we're about to come out with a resource update. So 0.9 of a cent per pound. Arizona Mining was recently sold for 5.5, so we think there's some significant potential uplift there in terms of valuation. Our Catalyst, okay, we've got the resource update coming out in the next couple of weeks. We've committed to a PEA. The PEA started. We expect to have that out early next year. And after that, we can start up the drilling and expand the resource with the extensions at depth. And we may go to a PFS as well. We haven't made that decision as yet. But we'll be making that call once we get the PEA. So thank you for the ring of the bell. It's good timing. Why Tinka? It's a very large zinc resource and would be one of the largest discoveries of any commodity in Peru in the last 10 years, or even maybe 20 years. Resource update pending. We think this is going to be a mine. We've had a lot of interest from zinc companies in and around the belt, and I think we've signed about 10 CEAs already with companies that are showing interest in the project. No need to raise cash. We've got $30 million of cash, so we're in good shape there. Just on the exploration upside, the red blob there is the magnetics, and it shows that there's plenty of magnetic mineralization, and there's very good correlation with zinc. So we use the magnetics a lot for our targeting. That's a back summary of the zinc resource. You can see it's very dominantly zinc. It's 83 to 85% of the value, and the zinc equivalent is actually zinc itself. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing many of you here. Have a great conference, and thanks for your time, guys. Cheers.